Hi, good morning. I'm Cindy. Today I'm going to talk about the most important part of my research project. So I base my research project on the importance of the learning styles I have in students' development and the education. Okay, so it's very important that schools and teachers recognize the learning styles, recognize the weaknesses and strengths of their learners. Yeah, so because this will be a solution of to the multiple educational problems that school has, such as dissertation, lack of comprehension and understanding, low grades, bad behavior, lack of inclusion, even though teachers' development. So it's important that teacher will be able to develop and to design didactic material based on students' context and about the realities and the things that they really need. Yeah, in order to guarantee better learning and apprehension of that knowledge. The problem is that many teachers don't know how to do this. Yeah, because many teachers think that teaching is just to be an expert in a subject, but being a teacher means knowing how to apply the knowledge and the right scaffoldings to the student get good results. So it is to interest or involve students in inquiring, researching, and solving problems. Yeah, is making them responsible for their learning. Yeah, so is to know their dreams, is to help them to affront or be against to the storm and overcome that possibilities and make their dreams true. Okay, this is an important factor, and through the years teachers and research has focused their interest on these problems. Yeah, so they have developed different theories and studies to support the importance of these learning styles in the students, in the education and their learning development. So I want to read some affirmation that these researchers have about the learning style. For example, Messick 1996 affirms that the learning style is a predominant way to focus, obtain, and process information between an environment. Yeah, so he said that is the way like an student focus focus in a subject and how he processes this information according to the environment that he is. So Cole also mentioned, Cole 1984 defines learning style as the individual orientations in learning regarding to the four basic learning modes in experiential learning theory, namely concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. Okay, so Cole have a definition, a standard definition of this learning style, and also he mentioned learning mode in experiential learning theory. So he called them concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. Okay, he mentioned that there are different factors of mode like students learn. Sims mentioned something that especially I like, because he referred to effective learning and explained that this occurs when teachers affirm the presence and validity of diverse learning styles and maximize the climate and conditions for learning inside and outside the classroom with the deliberate use of principles educational designs that takes into account difference in learning and increase the chance of success for all the students. Okay, since in this part, he mentioned that when a teacher recognizes and valid those diverse learning styles, maximize the climate and condition for learners, also for him, because when a teacher recognizes these learning styles, this facilitate or make easier their teaching development, because he will recognize, he will identify, and he will design the different material for the students, and this help and increase the chance of success for all the students, because the learning will go to all the students. Yeah, it's not just for the ones who learn, who are visual or who are auditory or who are kinesthetic. Yeah, the teacher identify and recognize that this is very important, that there are diverse learning style, and he have to design teaching material for all of them, not just for one group. So I like a lot this affirmation that Sam and Sin mentioned in 1995. Catalina Alonso from España mentioned that when the learning style of the students are attained and the teaching is oriented according to the learning styles, the students can become more responsible and reach higher level of learning. Okay, so she also support the idea that the inclusion of the learning styles in a class has positive effects on students. Okay, and also she mentioned that the student can become more responsible and reach higher level of learning. So that's why my hypothesis established that the application of learning style in the design of English teaching material and its implementation in the classroom might positively affect the performance and behavior of 11th grade students. Yeah, and I support this idea because, as Dunn and Price 1979 mentioned, the result of several investigations of the potential interaction between learning style and teaching approach indicates that the students' performance can be enhanced by adapting the institutional method to individual difference in learning styles. Okay, so will be possible that students change and get a better behavior and positive affect the performance of students. In this case, I focus on 11th grade students. So I established my statement problem, and I said how the application of learning styles in the design of the English teaching material and its implementation in the classroom positively affect the performance and behavior of 11th grade students. Okay, I choose 11th grade students because I was thinking about it in a school whose name is San Antonio de Padua, is located in Soledad, Atlántico. This school, have a lot of problems around them. The infrastructure is located in a place where you will find poverty, violence, prostitution, desertion, and more of the students don't live with their parents. They live with their family, with their extended family, or maybe a grandmother or grandfather. That's it, and they don't receive all the social conditions, all the positive conditions to keep or to guarantee their education in an effective way. So I decide to focus this because they are 11th grade. They will have to present the this year. And the idea is that this research helped them to improve, and also to improve not just their grades, but also their behavior and performance, because they are going to live, maybe they have the opportunity to go to the university or to continue the SENA, or just for their life. Yeah, so the idea of this research was focused in to attend these necessities that they have. I focus exactly, and I center this on English teaching material, and how the application of this learning style in the design of this teaching English material, of the English teaching material, can help and improve their grades, and also their performance and behavior. So the general objective is to inquire about the positive or negative effect to have the employment of the learning styles in the design of English teaching material, and to identify the outcomes of 11th grade students' performance and behavior. Such as a specific objective I have, we want to identify the learning style of the students through the application of a learning style test. It's very important to know what are the learning style of our student, in order to design, to plan, and to apply those plans and those lesson plans and those teaching materials with them. Design different lesson plans based on the students' learning styles, and identify their outcomes and performance and learning acquisition. We need to know the learning styles to design their lesson plans, and also to identify and compare those outcomes and performance and learning acquisition before to start this research, and after, and when we finish the research. Relate and compile the information gathered from the application of the lesson plan, designing the student learning style. We need to relate, compare, and compile all this information, and check, and confirm if they have a positive effect, and if the application can help all their subjects, all their signatures. So the idea is to check and compile all this information, and check if this information, if the collected information, is the data obtained, is helpful for education or for future teachers or researchers. So to carry out this project, I will use two approach, the qualitative and quantitative approach. I have to use both because first I need to check, or first we need to confirm if the application of the learning styles in students and teaching material affect positively their behavior and performance. And to know that and to get that information, I will need a qualitative approach, because I have to check their behavior during the classes, and I need to measure this information through the qualitative approach. And I will need the quantitative approach to verify through the survey if their grades really are better than the beginning of the research. So that's why I need to use both approach, and to get a result and evidence of this. So this project and this research project, I divided in 4 steps. Those 4 steps are important because it will be about in 6 months to to do this project. So in the first step, we need to socialize this information with parents. So the first step is socialization. The idea is that we will invite parents, tutors, teachers, and students, and let them know the purpose and methodology of this project. Yeah. After that, we have to apply the learning style test and also an English pre-test to identify current knowledge. Yeah, we need to check what are the learning styles and how is their English level and English knowledge. Then also we have to analyze the results and to show this information to the teachers in a training session. We need also to train teachers about how they will apply the lesson plans designed for the students. And for the step 2, will be application. In this application step, teachers will apply the teaching guides based on the students' learning styles. And through the observation and summative evaluation, teacher will collect the results and they will need a journal to compile all this information and to add the result obtained from the strategy. So also we will have to check the opinion of the students, and this will be measured and included at the final result journal. Yeah, so we need to know what the student thinking about this, how they feeling with this new lesson plan designed on the learning styles. So we need to know what they're thinking about. For step 3, we need to collect and analyze the information. Yeah, so we need to collect the information from teachers and apply the last test to identify changes and higher scores. We need to apply a test to measure that English progress. Okay, so during this research, we are going to apply different surveys because we need to verify the progress of this research project. For step 4, we need to demonstrate the evidence and the results gathered. Yeah, so we need to compile all this information, check the information from the qualitative surveys, and check the information from quantitative surveys. In the quantitative survey, we will have the English test that we have done during those 6 months, and we need to verify if we have a higher scores. And the qualitative will check how the student feel, how is the student performance after this project. So we need to measure all this information in order to answer the statement problem: how the application of the learning styles in the design of English teaching material and its implementation in the classroom positively affect the performance and behavior of 11th grade students. So to have properly answer to this, we need to go through those steps. But as I mentioned before, we need to apply different surveys during this research project, because we need to know what teachers think about it. Yeah, so in the first step, also teacher will have to answer a survey about the learning style theories. It's just to know what do teachers know about the learning style theory, because we need to know, as researchers, we need to know what they think about it, if they have idea about what is it, if they apply it already in their classes, if they are commitment with this learning style theory. So we need to check, and that's why I applied the first the first survey to the teachers, and we have some results. We applied this survey to 12 teachers and teachers in training. Yeah, so the survey applied to teachers in training allowed to identify that the theory of learning style, it is assessed and applied in nowadays for more of the teachers and teachers in training. However, the study also revealed that there is a significant percent of teachers who don't know how to use it. And also, one of them refused to apply it. So, the data collected from this survey was vital to know that what teachers believe, what teachers practice, and how they design, how they design their teaching materials. And also, this will help you to answer part of the statement problem, because the result let us to compare this information from other surveys and to check and to identify if the first point in this moment is the same at the last one point. So this survey was in charge to ask questions like what they know about the learning styles, about if they apply the learning style of their classes, if they know what are their own learning styles or their own teaching styles. Also, we asked on the survey if they know, maybe some teachers know what are their student learning styles. So the survey led us to identify that teachers know what are the learning style theory, and more of them try to apply it, but also we could identify that the implementation and employment of the learning style requires time. More of the teacher, and the question that said if they design their own teaching material, more of the answer was no, because they didn't have time to do it, so they tried to choose or pick up information from the internet and adapt it to their students. But they recognize that it's important, but they don't have time to do this. So it's important. This survey led us to understand that more of the teachers try to apply this learning style on their classes, but maybe for time, family, or many things around this, they cannot design their own teaching material and regard to students' needs and content. So this is a factor that affects the student education, because when a teacher just chooses information from the internet and don't adapt it to a student needs, well, maybe the student will learn something, but it will be better, and they can have a better development if the knowledge is according to their reality, their context, and they can apply it on the true life. So to conclude, with this research project, I have to say that the results obtained might prove the necessity of training teachers in these fields to provide a better quality of education and guarantee students' apprehension of the knowledge. And specific in this case, because it was the subject that I was trying to study, was the English language, and how this application might be extended to other subjects. Okay, so it's important and it's crucial that teachers be training in this field to provide a better education, a better quality education of our students, and to improve our teacher development. Okay, that's all. Thank you.